Welcome to another episode of Coloring with me, the fun place to be. Hey, I just made it mine. Okay, here's another awesome page for my coloring book. This one here has got a lot of details in here that I wanted to show you because I'm going to teach you how to color a snake. But see here, I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see it. There's a lot of details in here, lots of cool leaves. There's roses at the bottom. Then we have all different kinds of flowers, and then of course this really cool snake back in here. And then I got a really amazing looking eagle. Look at that eagle. All that detail. Those feathers. Can you imagine how many ways you could do that feathers? Oh, so awesome. Alright, there's a million ways to color this. But I'm going to do the snake right now. We're going to do it, make it really vibrant. So I guess I've been in that vibrant mood here for the last couple of days. You can get this coloring page on my Etsy store. Just go to etsy.com and search for me, Lisa Brando. Or you could just, there's a lot of snakes and coloring books and dragons too. So you can do this for snakes or dragons and write in your own coloring book. And I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. You don't even have to have this download. But if you want it, it's a really cool picture. And of course it helps support me and my coloring book art. Okay, anyways. Also like and subscribe to this video. I know people forget to do that, but I really need you to do that so I can keep making these videos. Alright, so let's take some powder blue. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to base it in. Okay, and you don't really have to be all freaky careful about it or anything. I mean, just depending on your mood. I mean, if you really want to take time, of course you can, but on this stage, I just sort of throw in the color because we're going to be doing so much layering on top of here that doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm not even going to do the rest of this part for now. I'm just going to give you the idea here on how to do this, okay? Alright, and we'll come up in here on this little guy here. Okay. Actually, I want to finish doing this whole thing. I haven't even colored this one yet. Alright. It's funny, I just make them. I don't create them. I mean, I don't draw them. Alright, so, I mean, color them, you know what I mean. Alright, gosh, I'm so hyper today. Alright, now, I am going to take another color, and we're going to, now you want to have a sharp tip. This is non-photo blue, alright? And what you want to do is you want to just make little scales, okay? It's kind of like when you're doing a bird and you want to make little feathers, or maybe like, I don't know, dot painting. I don't know, but you get what I mean. Alright, so I'm just going to be putting in some scales, and not really putting any in towards the chest area, just more towards the base. Okay, so you just do this all the way around. Okay. Alrighty. You know what? I need to put some music in the background, don't I? I think I will. Hold on a minute. Alright, so now I'm going to just continue here. Now I'm going to darken it up just a little. I'm just adding a little ones that are just maybe just a little bit darker in here, just so we can, I need you to be able to see it. I don't know how this picks up in the video. But they're just little lines, like just think of little scales. Because, I mean, we could color this just a solid color, of course, but if we did a solid color, you're not going to get that cool texture, you know. So I'm trying to teach you how to get a nice texture here. So you just do the same thing all the way around. Maybe when I get to the head now, I'm going to start tapering down. I don't want the head to be so scaly. Right? Alright. So now we've got that. Then the next thing that we're going to add here is sharpen pencil again, and we're going to add this. This is a cobalt turquoise, okay? And we're going to start bringing in some cool colors, and you want to keep more, the darker, like more of them grouped up, if you will, towards where you're going to be shading. So like you could put them closer together over here. See how it's almost like shading it, but with little scales instead of one solid color. Okay, so now I'm just sporadically putting a few in here because I don't want a stark line. I want a graduated line of these between these two colors. So now I just keep putting these in like so. So this is just another way of layering using texture as opposed to a solid color. Okay. Now I can start adding some more to make it darker here. I think you're too close, aren't you? Is that too close? Sometimes if it's too close, it doesn't focus as good. I'm trying to still get used to this filming thing. I'm still not very good at it, but whatever. I need to figure out how to film it with better lighting. I mean, a lot of times I like to color at night, but then the lighting sucks. So I don't know. If you guys know how to help me, that would be awesome. Okay, so now what I want to do here is there's these little really cool little embellishments on the side of this guy right here that I put. So they're like little horseshoes actually, if you look at them. Okay. No one will know they're horseshoes but me. Alright, now just putting in some little details now. A little bit, not a whole lot, just starting to get it to come together here. Okay, now I'm starting you just play with it. You just play with it until you are happy with. I guess you probably won't be able to tell until this is totally done, because once you do this a few times, you'll know when it's done. Like right now, you wouldn't know, well, when is it done? When am I supposed to stop, right? Well, you'll know because you're going to be doing this a couple times, and then you're gonna understand and say, oh, okay, I got to do it like this, and I got to make this part darker, lighter, whatever. Okay, now we're going to do grab some light aqua, and this light aqua gives it a nice greenish blue sort of a hue to it. But again, we're layering, so if we would do these in layers, you could do these in layers the same way if you like the color scheme, which I do. It's really brilliant. Like I mean, you could do these in purples too, pinks, purples, and add some blues in there, you know, for another way, like for a dragon or something. You can do this technique with anything. I don't even know how didn't really learn it. I mean, nobody taught it to me. I just sort of figured it out. All these years of coloring. Okay, so now we're going to, let's see, we need to bring in a, let's see, this is light aqua. What we need is, I need a cobalt turquoise again. Let's put a little bit more of this in here. This is cobalt turquoise. We need to put some of this in here. We need to get a little bit of some depth going in here on this little guy. Or actually, it's a big guy. Big, scary, creepy guy. I don't like snakes, but I know people like the color of them. They're fun. Dragons are so fun to color. Maybe I should do a dragon. I never know what I'm going to do. One day I'm in a flower mood. Next day I'm doing this kind of crap. So who knows? Guess it depends on how much my kids bug me that day. Or my dog. Got a little Pomeranian. Okay. So now I'm going to outline these little dudes. There's some more up here. We can get more detailed as we move along here. Alright. Now, the reason why I'm not worried about the shading yet is because I'm not done with colors. Okay. Alright. Now, we need to add a brighter blue. Well, let's get. There was a commercial on my music and it totally freaked me out. All right, so now this is a cerulean blue. We need to get a little bit more blue in here so it's not quite so green now. It's a green monster. We don't want it to be too green. You can also spread these colors out and make it lighter if you want. Just using the same colors, but just use a little bit less density of the stippling. I guess that's what it's called, huh? Stippling. Okay. All right, now for some craziness. We're going to add a touch, just a touch of this spring. This is spring green, and we want to give it a little bit of a glow in here to create that really cool effect. Now, see, I'm just putting it lightly in here, and I'm just putting it in some kind of spaces. I'm not putting it all over the whole thing, but you can if you want. I'm just, you know, kind of putting it in sporadic spots. Maybe up here, I'll throw some in. Like I say, I haven't colored this one yet, so I'm just kind of winging it. I probably should have practiced before I videotaped, but I always say I will do that, and then I just say, forget it, I'll just color it and wing it. And then after I make the video, I'm like, oh, I gotta trash this video because I thought my picture sucked. Okay. Anyway, I decided to just go. See, even I changed my mind. I decided just to cover the whole thing in this green. I can dull it down if I think it's too crazy. But just the way that this one worked out. This one has a little mind of its own. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I might trash this video for all I know. Okay. There. Now, what we're going to do is we need to put in some darker shades of blue here. So let's grab some China blue, and I'm going to put some China blue in down here. Some more layering on the bottom. But the layering is what really gives the awesome effect of the multiple layering of the colors, you know. And if you don't like having this little glowing line, you could just fill in the whole thing. I mean, there's so many ways you could do it, you know. You just go by your own taste, your own feeling. Okay. Then we're going to add Indian Throne blue, and this is a darker blue. And what we're going to do now is start. See how I'm kind of going in circles now? We're going to start doing the shading and give it the drama. You know me. God, I love my drama. Aren't you sick of me saying that? But it is true. I really love it when things stand out. Even when I'm painting things pastel-y, I still make it stand out. Okay, so now, see how I'm just going around little circles, and a lighter up here. I feather it in, so I'm barely touching it here, and then I'm pushing a little bit harder towards the bottom, but still, and even not that hard. I'd rather just do more layers. I'd rather do more layers to get that deep look, okay, than just throw it on there. And there's a reason for that. Yeah, it's faster if you just push hard and do it. But the thing is when you push all the paper down and mess up the tooth, the way that the eye works, and if you understand color and the way that the eye works, it's like a prism. So it actually sees through, believe it or not, all the different layers, and that's how it's going to create that transparency or that the depth. You know, if you just do a one solid color, then you're cutting out all the little light particles that can need to go through when you're doing different layers. So that's the reason that these layers really work out better than just, you know, pushing harder and getting it over with faster. I mean, sometimes you're just in the mood to get it over with, I get that, but if you're really striving to be an extreme colorist, then you must not do that. Alright, so see, now I'm just darkening it down here because the way that it's shaded, I mean the way that it's sitting, you know, underneath something, so we're going to want it darker down in here. We even want it darker than that. Alright, so now I'm just playing with that now. Just same thing, just get this up here. Alright, and then now as it starts coming up here, you don't want it to be quite so dark, so we're going to start lightening it up. And then gradually fade it in to the head area. Alright. Okay, see now I'm just like barely touching it. I'm just putting in a little bit of accents now. It's even too much, but that's okay. Okay. And then if you think you need more in some areas, you just put it in. Alright. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to add a little bit of I don't know, some peacock. Let's put some peacock green right along this edge here to kind of harshen the mellow of this crazy line over here. Harshen the mellow. Harshen the mellow. Okay. Alright, so I'm just putting in a little bit of this green in here. And bring it around. Now I'm starting to get rid of that little line. Wherever it's really light in here, I'm just kind of shading it in. See? See that? And that's looking cool. Isn't that looking groovy? Alright, now, and you remember that they come out different every time when you're doing this, because you never, you know, depending on how heavy or how light you've done this part. So it's kind of a surprise every time for me, even when I do mine. They do really sort of take on a little thing of its own. So you want to get in a little bit. I don't know if it'll focus, but so you can see how that is all coming along there. All right. I don't want to make you dizzy though, so let's. Okay. Now I don't need to do this whole tail or anything. I mean, I probably will off camera just so I could finish it. But I'm going to. Let's see, let's put a little bit of, I need a sharp, make sure your pencil is sharp enough, because if it's not, your line is going to be too fat, and then you'll have too much color. What I'm doing now is putting a little bit more in here, because this needed some love. Didn't have any love over here. So I'm just now getting just lightly putting that in there. Okay, so you could take a lot of time getting this done. But at least you got the technique now, you know, and you can just practice it. Practice makes perfect. Oh man, sorry about that. I have to use a non-copyrighted music, so I play YouTube videos in the background, and then those little ads come on. But because I've tried using other music before, and then they say, "Oh, I can't; it's copyrighted." So this is the easiest way. I'm allowed to use the music that they're playing. Okay, so I'm just kind of refining a little bit. And like I say, you know, you could spend hours just doing this. I mean, if I took my time on this, I mean, it would come out like awesome. Because I would take a lot more time doing the shading and stuff. But like I say, for the video, I'm just kind of, I want to give you the technique. All right, so now let's do the bottom here. Now there's a million different ways we can do this too. We could do it in a pinkish color to make it look more like it's like the belly, like a snake. But I've already got these blues out, so I'm just going to use these blues. But if I were going to do it, I probably would go with maybe these colors. Maybe I would use a pink rose. And maybe shade it with some nectar, or you know, I'd have to play with it and see. But if I wanted to have a really kind of a duller belly, but I've already got the blues out, so I'm just going to do it with the blues. So let's take the non-photo blue, and now these are little you can't see it up this close, but when you're on it you can. There's little dainty things on the sides, and then you've got these white bar areas here. So now you can take your time and just do the sides of these bars like this, but this would just be so tedious, okay? And yeah, if you're gonna do this for a picture to put on your wall, you know, then you would go ahead and just do it like this. Let me get up closer so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so you see what I mean? You would just get in here like this and leave a little line down the middle and then just shade these sides like this and then leave a little line down the middle, see? Because then it would have, and then it would have that glowing effect. So I've already started this way, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. All right. That way you can see how you do that. But see, it's just a tedious process, and you got to have a really sharp pencil. So I guess I'll just go ahead and do this. Let's do it the easy way. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. See what I did there? I just went alongside. I went alongside of it like that. Instead of coloring each one, I'm following a line that's right just above where the white starts. Okay, so we're getting the same effect without having to do each one. Just little tricks, okay? So now we're going to do the same thing right here. We're just going to come up, leaving a stripe in the middle, because that's where the glow is, you know, like, so it looks like it's highlighted on the sides. All right. Okay. Now, let's get out of here so we're not so far or so close anymore. That's dizzying. All right, but you needed to be close for that, you know, for the detail stuff. The video actually picks it up even better than my eyes do, especially my bad eyes. All right. So I'm just kind of refining that a little bit. All right, so see now it's got that nice little, it's got a soft color to it, but yet it's glowing on the bottom. Now you can take some darker blue here. Let's see, I would probably go with, let's see, maybe this color. Well, let me sharpen it. This is the China blue, and then you can further deepen this side area like that. Give it some detail, just work with it. See? And then just come around like this. Alright, see, now it's looks a lot more refined a little, you know, when you put the... This is going to look really good when it's done, huh? Alright, so, yeah, so now you got the idea, and that's really what I wanted to show you, really. I don't need to do the whole picture because it's not about that, unless you guys want me to. Like I say, I read the comments. Whatever you ask me to do, I will try. Okay, so now I'm going to darken. I'm going to take black, and I want to go along the edges of this to create my drama. All right, I saved that till the end, because that's the fun part for me. So now, see, I put the black in here. And you don't want too much. Just where enough. Sorry, I don't have my brush here because I'm not doing a whole painting, so I didn't. If I was doing a whole painting, I would have my little, I have a makeup brush I use, and the makeup brush I use to brush the pencil crap off, because if you go like this, you could smear your all your work. And then I would also put a piece of paper underneath my hand as well, where I'm resting it, so that it wouldn't mess it up. because this picture here is so awesome. I mean, it could take you hours. Wait and look at that eagle. I mean, this eagle up here is, it's going to be incredible. Okay, so it's so cool. I can't wait to see everyone's finished work, because everyone's going to have their own ways and their own colors. That's why I really want to get my Facebook group more people in it. Alright, so now you got the idea of how to do dragons and snakes. So that was just kind of a quickie tutorial. Like I say, I didn't really take my time on it too much. I just wanted to get you going on it so that you can, I know you got lots of coloring books with these in there. Plus you can get mine. So, well, there's my ad again. So annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, so you would just continue to work like this here, and just keep at it until you really are happy with how it looks. Don't overwork it though, because you can have a tendency to put in, you know, too much. It's always better to just do less, and you can always go back and put more in, because if you have to start erasing in here, that would suck, because you put so much work into the colors. Okay, so here we have it. Let's get a little further look. And so there's the start of this picture here. If you guys really do want me to finish the whole thing, I mean, maybe I will. It's just this would be a huge project, but it is really cool looking. So you can, you know, continue. You can add some more blue out to here too if you want. You know, out on this side as well. I didn't do that. I didn't show you that part, but see, I just put some more blue right on the outside here. That same blue. And it just finishes it off, gives it that nice crisp finished look. And of course you take some time here and, you know, do your eyes, and then once you put all the colors and the flowers and that awesome eagle and everything, it's going to be great. So thank you for watching another episode, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye for now. Happy coloring.